Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is showtime. Hi, guys. I'm back. I have survived my annual mortality reminder day. More or less. And I'm very close to level 50. What do we got? What do we got? I've got to follow the torches outside Twillin Hamlet in Weaver's Fen. To petition the crone. That guy has a shovel. Switching back and forth, I briefly saw a bigger streamer than I, certainly. I don't remember who. And he was wielding a shovel. I assume it's a version of the two-handed axe, the great axe. You know, maybe I can grab a faction quest or two in here. That might be a good idea.
Stand upright and look
Why
me
do
in
they
the
all
eye
do
when you
like this
address me,
move?
Marauder.
Really, they
Now,
shouldn't
what
use
is
such a
your
distinctive
business?
animation for all of the faction reps. Let's see. Raid, no. Plunder, trophy hunt. There are items in Navarro's kitchen that could be valuable. Acquire each marauder distract using. Sure, I guess I can grab that one. I think. Not interested in doing the raid one, that's obvious. And the one that was for a elite mob of some sort. That would require a great deal of luck, as I would have to be fortunate, and there would have to be a group of people fighting it at the same time. For instance, I defeated a big-ass bear yesterday, day before, that had 5 of us wailing on it for literally 3 minutes. It's not really a torch. If it's a torch, it's a creepy-ass torch. I've completed a class of those, so that's good. Any one of those, huh? I currently have 3 stamps. I got all 3 of those. That's the one to get. That was considered completing a quest, by the way. It's only part way. Oh, ooh, baddie. Oh, another baddie. Alright, I'm following the so-called torches. Really, they're dead. Torches aren't purple, and they don't automatically go out when you get close to them. Except these ones do, obviously. I've managed to miss that with every single shot. Yeah, I got the last shot in, though. It's Grandpa Brian running on ahead of me. That's a solid name. Torchy Cabrera.
Well met, traveler.
Oh my God, he's
People
doing it
call
again
me Torchy,
too.
on account of my interests.
You burn things down?
You have my word, however. Despite what they say, I swear I am not a threat to society, eh?
What is it that they say?
Well, if you have not heard anything, then perhaps it is best that we keep it that way.
Well, your
huh?
name is Torchy.
Suffice to say that I am no longer welcome in the Restless Shores.
Let me guess, you research fire.
It's really because I do. I am on a quest to discover a way to create an eternal flame. Scattered around Richmire, there are strange, long-burning torches.
Well, if they're the torches that I've been running by, like those. bag. A strange torch. That's one of the strange torches. Ah, the Revenants have strange torches. Specifically. And another NPC with another quest. First, supply crate. And what have you got? Samuel Worthington Bloodgood II, renowned huntmaster extraordinaire.
You must be the hardy sort to wander so freely in a place like this. I dare say you might even be capable with that weapon of yours. What say you to a friendly competition?
Game looks kind of like ESO. I think visually, I think it looks better, but as far as sort of the visual style, I think I would agree.
A hunt, of course. You and I shall venture forth into the marshes in pursuit of the most ferocious, cunning, and formidable beast this pestering just as my forebears have done since time. Aha! Excellent.
Yes.
Bring me the hides.
Gators, right? Gators. I enjoy it a lot, but the way I describe it is there are sort of two very, very diverse opinions on the game. There are people who enjoy the core gameplay loop, and I'm one of those, and think it's well worth it and having a blast with it. And I have had it off and on since alpha. Then the other part are the people who play it a little, and their response is, I don't understand how anyone could possibly like this. Hey, I'm talking to somebody here while you're interrupting me. They're just rude. So I think it is a very split opinion on the game. The people who like it tend to like it a lot. The people who don't like it don't understand how anyone could. Very much two different sides. For me, and this is not, I would describe a good description, but I find the open world gameplay nature, where I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm just doing quests, running through the landscape and fighting anything that crosses my path that is worth it, picking up crafting stuff at every opportunity. In this case, because of the launch of the cross-server launch between console and PC now. Yeah, that's the sort of gameplay I like about... Do you mind, sir? Oh, and then he blew up. That's insult to injury, really. And that is where I was going with that, was the way it to me, it feels similar to if you're running around in a map in Guild Wars 2 with no particular achievement in mind, you're just doing whatever. That's, I think, why I like it. If you enjoy that about Guild Wars 2, I think you would find that part of it positive. Get closer to the corpse crone, I'm sure. The corpse
I'm
crone.
impressed you made it this far.
She's quite
Most
purple.
Don't. You followed the light, so you must want something. Judging by your appearance, however, I'm guessing it's not a friendly visit over a cup of tea.
You. Truly, the wicked thrive, while the good suffer on this hellish island.
I will note that
The
Galahad
tighter more
has
gains, the corpse
plastic
crown.
doll face and hair.
I'll be damned.
Try not to hold it against him.
Oh, it seems self-righteous fools persist as well.
I did play some
Go back
PoE.
to
I
your
didn't go
king.
too deep into it, but I did play some.
Your king is gone, and your
The
duty with
Ships
him.
League finally
Is
arrived.
that why you cursed
Generally
Britmar?
considered to be a very, very good
We
league.
saw the sorry fate she received for trusting you. You haven't changed at all.
Britmar didn't deserve her fate. You know nothing of the truth.
An unlikely day I'll hear the truth from you, but you'll answer for what you've done, Morgaine. To Britmar and to our Lord King.
I am through being insulted by you. You can pound your head against this
Being able
barrier
to
all
easily
you want.
exchange currency.
We
Yeah,
are
it was a
done here.
huge game changer. It just vastly improved. Simple gameplay. It's like, oh, I need some fusings. Guess what? I have chaos. I can just get fusings. Like that. And it's a great way to, if you get any of the items like the scarabs, to trade the scarabs in that you're not using for cash to then buy scarabs you are using, as an example. Yeah, it was a huge, simple, straightforward game changer, and I'm sure. Am I excited for PoE 2? I should be, but I'm not. They have made it clear that they're looking for a... They have used descriptions consistent with describing boss fights now as similar to Souls-like boss fights. I don't like Souls-like games. They've also said there'll be no death marching bosses in PoE 2. It's easily conceivable for me that I could get to a boss and not be able to finish it off in any sort of reasonable amount of time. It was years, probably a year and a half or 2 years, so I'll go 6 or 8 seasons, leagues, challenge leagues, before I could reliably beat, say, the Act 10 final boss, whose name has suddenly eluded me for some goddamn reason. For some reason, the only thing I can come up with is Tequatl, but no, that's a big dragon. Thank you, Kitava. Sounds a little bit like Tequatl. It was it was a long time before I could reliably beat Kitava. I death marched. Yeah, I was in the general vicinity. That's one of the worst things. In fact, that's probably the worst thing about getting old for me, is I'm reaching, trying to hook into memory and catch a word or a name or a song title, something like that, and I just can't quite get the right one. And what I do is I catch the wrong one first, and then I can't catch the right one because all I can come up with is Tequatl, 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 Tequatl. So I'm not sure that PoE 2 is going to be a good fit for me. In that a lot of people, when they have very challenging content and they finish out the very challenging content, they get a big boost of brain chemicals, right? The Souls-like games are the perfect examples. You know, things like Elden Ring. You fight and die and fight and die and fight and die, and oops, you got to phase 2, and you fight and die, phase 2. Okay, regularly phase 2, and you're fighting and dying, and you finally get it, and boom, brain chemicals. I don't get that. I don't get the big... Oh, that's surprising. I don't get the big dose of brain chemicals. What I get instead is I get, thank God the pain is over. That's what I get. It's good that they're advertising as a separate game entirely, and PoE will still exist and go on. Yeah, I'm not sure how accurate it is to say that it's going to keep going. I think you're going to see the lack of attention paid to the older product. Because I don't think you can realistically have 2 competing products in the same market and have them both be successful. I'd be glad to be wrong.
First, I didn't recognize her. Then, even now, I doubt my eyes. Oh, she is much changed.
Right,
But
and
that can
exactly.
be no
That I mean, they're their
That's
biggest
the
competition
Enchantress
right now. Although
Morgaine.
D4 is well, it's making
Sister
improvements.
To Mirrodin, the Crimson
A lot of people are going to go
Sorcerer
into
and
PoE
traitor
2,
to my
which is free to
Lord
play.
King.
They're going to run into the first boss. He's going to murder them 5 times, and they're going back to D4.
No, Morgaine vanished during the Wars of Crimson Madness, just like Mirrodin and the High King himself. This corpse crone business is now a lesser concern. She has far more important questions to answer.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that PoE 2 is going to appeal to that same audience that already exists for PoE 1.
Damn it!
Making the
Now it all
bosses more
makes
challenging
sense.
is fine
That's
now. I
why
think
Sir Britmar
removing the
remained
death
loyal
march,
to the bitter end.
the ability to death march
I
to a
still don't
boss,
understand.
I don't think that is a
We
good
all
idea.
believed Morgaine succumbed to the Crimson Madness along
I mean,
with
that's
her
how I
brother.
learned the game. I learned the game by death marching the bosses over time. If I can't death march the bosses anymore, I may not be able, I literally may not be able to advance in the game. Going for the Diablo 2 old school RPG. Yeah, it does feel like they're going a little bit more RPG-ish, but I think the fact that that some of the hardcore gamer types are so entranced by the style of play from Souls-likes that they're throwing that into their boss fights. And I'm fine with that, but removing the ability to death march bosses, I think, is a really, really, really bad choice.
Indeed.
It may make me, like I
Nothing
said,
could be
not
more
literally
important.
not be able to play the game.
She believes she's safe behind this barrier, but I know her secrets.
I'm sure you do.
Mirrodin used wards like this on his sanctum, and there's a way to break through them.
What do we need to do? I played some Titan Quest. I had a problem with that. I suffer from analysis paralysis. There were so many options about where to spend your points, and the same system in Grim Dawn, that unless I'm following a build guide where someone's done the math, I get tied up in not knowing where to put my points. And at least in a good build guide for Grim Dawn, you know, they'll tell you you're going to put max points into this skill, and then you have a whole bunch of 1-point wonder skills, a few in here, and so I can get a functional build. My big concern in Titan Quest and Grim Dawn, if I'm doing it on my own, is I'm not only making a suboptimal build, I'm making a actively bad build. As for Titan Quest, it's a different team, or for Titan Quest 2. So that is completely I'm going to wait and see. Hopefully, they can take the right clues from Titan Quest and Grim Dawn and produce a worthy successor, but there's no way of knowing. It ain't the same team.
There will be anchors scattered around this swamp. Destroy those, and we can confront her.
Okay.
I will remain here and ensure Morgaine doesn't escape and vanish again.
Ding 50! Invasions and a tier 3 Azoth staff. I am now smarterer. Ish. What do we got? That's defeat Revenants to get Strange Torch. That is defeat Gators. And those are the anchors. Well, the anchors are down there. He's up there. We can get some gator. Let's go hunting some gators. Let's get us some gator meat. All right. Gators and then anchors. Oh, that's oil, I think. Yep. Seeping stone. That's oil. Which I think I need for a couple of furnishing pieces. That looks like more oil, except somebody already mined that. Whoop, we got another one. Whoop, what's the 3? Oh, that's way north. Never mind. I did want to check and see if any of my guildmates are on. A bunch of them are. All right, gators. Gator me up. Hunting gators. Crockle gators. I need crockle gators. Do we have any crockle gators? That guy is getting oil. Now, if he's going to get the oil, I'm going to get the earth spine. It's not much of a good deal for me, but hey, better than nothing. I'm not seeing any gators. Oh, I'm not seeing any gators. Unless, of course, you count that dead gator right in front of me. Well, I can skin it. Apparently he couldn't or didn't want to. But I'm not too proud. More oil, but somebody ninja'd it. Curse them! Looking for gators. Oh, we got oil. We got more oil. Earl. We got Earl. Texas tea. But this is why I enjoy the game. Just wandering around, doing quests, grabbing crafting materials when you find them. Right now, we're not having any luck at finding any gators, though. And I have to kill 3 of them and get alligator scales. I'll do a quick scan around again. So, in certain questing areas for certain quests, they have turned the respawn knob up to 10, which is good. So in a lot of places, you have no problem getting the mobs you need. But for some, like gators, they have not turned up the respawn knob. And so it can be very time-consuming and difficult to actually track them down if there are a lot of people around. And right now, with the relaunch, there's a lot of people, generally speaking, around. Oh, he dropped something. Bad items is what he dropped. Quest took you some time to finish. Yeah, there's a faction quest to kill one of 2 gators that spawn near the Syndicate base, the Syndicate home base. And I've done it twice, but most of the time I've ran by and there were no gators, because there's only 2 spawns for them as far as I know. And I have no idea how many spawns there are for the gators around here. But this is another one of those examples where they haven't turned the knob to increase the spawn rate. And I can't complain about that too much. I mean, you don't want the spawn rates to be so high that it becomes unplayable for a player a month from now. So you don't want to turn up the respawn knobs for everything. But certain types of mobs, if you get a quest for it, you have to accept that you may have to set it aside, at least for now. In fact, that's what I'm going to do for the gator quest. Gator's gone wild. We'll unpin it. Waited on a named boss in the Azoth tree yesterday for 20 minutes. Yeah, those kinds of things. With it, knowing that there's going to be a huge increase in the populations, as they obviously had to, figuring out where to turn things like respawn knobs is a tough thing to do. So I understand it can be annoying and everything. Oh, I have to destroy the anchor. 1 arcane anchor. But I'm also trying to be understanding about it. That, yeah, it's a pain, but I can understand the knob dialing on those kinds of things had to be extremely difficult. Because you really don't know how big of a population bump you're going to get. My assumption is they're pleased with the size of the population they've seen in console. And certainly the servers seem to be doing well. And I would like to think that they will be able to keep this going. And that they are furiously working on the next batch of content. I'm just not convinced that their team is... Well, that's a gator, but I doubt it's... It says it's one of the gators I need, so... it is. It's one of the gators I need. Evidently the area for those is bigger. Good. Now I know that. It's a little bit easier to track them down. Yeah, the named bosses can be very difficult to fight. There was a bear that I had to get for a quest, and there were 5 guys wailing on it, and it still took at least 3 minutes. That guy ninja'd all the oil. I say ninja'd as if it was mine. It should have been mine. All right, that's 2. Anchors. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Oh, oil, oil. My steeping stone. Well, although why I'm using a pick to get oil, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but fine, it's fine. I could mount up, but I see this is, I kind of enjoy running through the world and doing whatever. Coming upon mobs, grabbing the crafting materials and stuff. There's a couple of PvPers. Nope, no, it's not. That was a PvE mob. My bad. Looked like a player, not a player. I actually have to go in, don't I? I'm not sure why I have a quest to kill those. Remove any lost that would power up devices. Oh. Well, that would be these then. Is that one of the lost? Those things have some sort of a life suck on them. Yeah, oh, alright, I need to kill a few more lost around here. And box of goodies. These guys aren't so tough if you're 13 levels higher than they are. Three more. No boxes of goodies and no mob for me to murder? Well, this is the worst house ever. What kind of house has no loot and has no murder victims for you to murder again? Alright, see, this one at least has loot. Granted, it's nothing but solvent. That's 5. Nice jump. I need one more. But always make sure to pick up your supplies. Blue quality shoes, that's not nothing. And that's all the lost I needed. Now back to Sir Galahad.
Is a place I would not wish on my worst enemy. Come away and join me in brighter lands.
Hey. I was just trying to leave your lovely little town. Shithole that it is. And you attacked me. What's up with that? Alright, back to Galahad. He's a knight of the round table. He dances whenever he's able. Whoop, we got Earl. We got more oil. Well, look, and we've got a friend right on the oil. All right, Galahad. What do you got for us?
Morgaine went to great lengths to protect her solitude. Those anchors were farther than expected, but this barrier must come down. Though I goaded her into some dialogue, she's now back to ignoring me.
Ooh, that must gall you. You spoke with her?
Yes, and though she was not very forthcoming, her account of what happened during the Wars of Crimson Madness does make some sense.
So maybe she's not entirely
I still have no
awful?
answers to the fate of Artorias, but I've learned to live with that for now. Though she speaks coldly of
I got
Mirrodin's
the
fall,
annulus of the unspoken.
detect
I
some
don't know about
trace
you,
of
but I'm not sure I'm
sadness
really
for the loss
interested
of
in
her
an
brother.
annulus.
But Morgaine is not blameless in what occurred then, nor the dark acts she committed as the corpse crone.
She confessed to all of it?
I would hardly call it a confession. She has an explanation for everything, of course, as she always did. Moreover, I question the veracity of some of her claims. You must interrogate her as well.
How do I get in? Everyone's been asking that about Morgaine for a long time. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? It's a sex joke.
With the anchors destroyed, the barrier should be weakened. Your staff can likely dispel it. Go on, and hear Morgaine's explanations for yourself. I'll await you in Twillin.
Pardon me on.
For today.
Alright, we got a box of loot, some moats, a little gold, more moats, a little more gold. That's a hat. My current hat is a medium hat. That is the annulus ring, which really does sound dirty, doesn't it? 15 int, keen, crit chance. Oh my. And leeching. I kind of like that. I mean, the other one has luck, and I like luck, but I guess I was interested in an annulus after all. Aquamarine equipped items to boost intelligence by at least 80. I'm smarterer and level 51. That was a quick level, I have to say. I don't have to say, but I will, because that was a quick level. Getting close to 250. Ugh. At 250 I get plus 30% duration applied to your duration over time effects and 10% yield while harvesting. I will like those. What else did we have? We had another concealed vault of lesser value. Yep, already learned both of those music pieces. So the hat. We want a light hat on because this is going to give us a random item of the same weight as the type we're currently wearing. This mysterious headwear would give me medium, but I would rather have light. So we'll put on light temporarily. Open it up. That's what we did have on. 13 Constitution. That was medium. This has got an empty socket and reducing the base. It has 16 Con. I think we want to stick with that one for now. We want to definitely lose that. All right, well, I'm going in. Nice place she's got here. Oh, looks like, I'm guessing? Maybe distillery? She's making her own brandy? I think I'm in love. All kinds of alchemical stuff. Brandies, perhaps whiskey? Got a lot of supplies? All right, I'm interested in what she has got to sell, so to speak.
I'm impressed. I felt quite assured no one had both the perception and the prowess to bring down my barrier. But where is the most holy knight? Perhaps after cooling down, he remembered his steel is no match for my sorcery.
He went back to Twillin. Or at least that's what he said he was going to do. You can't trust a knight.
That's for the best. We can have a more reasonable discussion. Galahad cannot accept that some questions have no answers.
No, that does sound like Galahad.
I watched Mirrodin's fall to corruption firsthand. I know the Crimson Menace does not play by the rules.
I would like to simply note that while that's a perfectly reasonable representation of Morgan Le Fay, Morgaine, whatever they should call her, I do suggest, if you can, track down John Borman's movie Excalibur and see Helen Mirren as Morgan Le Fay. Because, damn.
I'm afraid that would take several lifetimes, and I'm quite busy at the present moment. If you wish to hear my account of the wars and the events that led to my unfortunate reputation, I've written it down just there. Go on.
Okay, she's written it down over here. Read about Morgaine's past.
Eternum secrets called to us in dreams, promising vast, ancient knowledge. What we discovered was an entity longing for release. Mirrodin believed his spellcraft would ensure protection.
Didn't.
But this fell power claimed him for its own.
Merlin.
As the Crimson Sorcerer, he became the Herald of Madness. When all else failed, I confronted my brother. Our magics clashed, and then... silence. I was forever changed. I knew the corruption would return. But the power I needed came at a terrible cost.
That doesn't look good for whoever's on the floor there.
The secrets I sought continued to elude me. But I refused to relent.
She blew up all kinds of shit.
I became the Corpse Crone, the curse of Weaver's Fen, the target of foolish shadow hunters. I have spent the century since alone, preparing. When the Crimson Madness returns, I shall be ready.
So your blue madness against his crimson madness? I'm not sure that's the best option for these people, but okay, sure.
So, you see now that I have neither insight nor responsibility in whatever fate befell the High King. As to my part in my brother's fall, I have spent every moment making amends. Preparing for corruption's eventual return.
Corruption has returned already.
No! That cannot be. I would know. I have been holed up in this cave for a long time.
Gee, and the world moves on.
I will need to verify this for myself, of course. But if you speak the truth, then I have gravely miscalculated. Some people believe corruption is mankind's inherent evil in its purest form, and others that it's some kind of demonic possession. It's far more complex, however. I should know. I've spent centuries studying it.
So, yes, so the Soul Wardens need you.
Ha! Well, of course they do. It would be a shame if I spent all this time and could offer no value to them. Wait. You're a Soul Warden? I thought the Order perished.
Well, kinda had.
Never mind. We'll need all the help we can get.
Including Galahad.
Yes, well, I'll leave that to you. I must visit the ruins to the northeast and verify the sources of power there have not fallen to corruption. Go after Galahad if you must, but then meet me in the ruins of Canopus. I'll need your help.
Also. Let's see. That's Revenants. That's a quest I don't have. Desire for a child. Ooh, that's a creepy one about a doll, if memory serves. And I mean, really quite creepy. Over there is Stone Samples. And that is north to Galahad. Let's see if we can't find another one of the creepy critters for another torch. Or maybe I just dig up some more oil. And some more oil. I know it's here. I can see it on my HUD. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Right there. Hope they have plans for more weapons like daggers and flintlock pistols. Dual pistols have appeared in like cinematics and stuff. I'm not sure if it was gameplay cinematic or it was in-engine stuff. So it's expected that those are coming, and dual daggers have been a request for a long time. I know that. So the best guess is that dual pistols are coming. We don't have any confirmation I'm aware of for dual daggers, but I know that a lot of people have been asking for them. So it's definitely not just you on that particular request. I need a Revenant. That's a grunt. That's not what I need. Oh, perfect. Yep, I'm dead. That was nice of somebody to train me with a half a dozen mobs right after I dropped my ground effect area AoE spell. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. Now I'll finish you jerks off. That was not an optimal outcome. Although it wasn't the worst outcome. I didn't die. But there were two, and then the guy trained in 4 mobs into me, and they all got hit by my AoE, and they all decided they wanted to hit me. I would describe this as not optimal for me. Anyway. I'm looking for a Revenant. Somewhere in here. Another box of goodies. And this was the box of goodies I was at when I got attacked by everything. Everything! More goodies. I mean, maybe the thing I'm looking for isn't here, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't take advantage and grab as much stuff as I can. That's the one I just grabbed. That guy's picked a lovely place for fishing. All in all, this is one of the vacation spots in Eternum. I mean, everyone, just everyone wants to come here. Totally not a complete and utter shithole. All right, let's find Galahad. Oh, that's a house. We can't bop into that. Where is he? This isn't a town that grew. This is a town that metastasized. It's Mr. Dollhead.
I'm still digesting the fact of Britmar's fall, and the claims of Morgaine, which have some merit in truth. She vexes me to no end, but I cannot dispute the insight she can lend to the cause of battling corruption.
Yes, we need her on our side.
Very well. Learn what you can from Morgaine, and perhaps convince her to join us at Caer Dun. I shall return to the fortress now to consult with Jonas on military strategy. That's where I belong. Light be with you, Warden.
That would be good. Sure. I would accept a little bit of light. Where to now? All right. Convince Gal. I just did. Did I not? And I can't stop myself from breaking into the Knights of the Round Table, so I just can't. This appears to be the correct way out. But this town is awful. Not my favorite. I'm leaving without having checked into an inn. Oh, dear me, that's such a burden for me to bear. Hi, Morgaine.
Perfect. Among these ruins, there are sources of power the ancients learned to manipulate. Of most concern, the wells of pure Azoth. Mirrodin became obsessed with hoarding as much as he could.
The Tempest, she seeks it as well.
The Tempest? Is that the champion corruption has chosen in this era?
Yeah, pretty much.
We shall have to learn everything we can about her. Wait. You have that look.
Yep,
Does the Tempest speak in your mind?
she kind of digs me. Yep.
Mirrodin had such power as well.
Well, I'm not Mirrodin.
Oh, how could so much have transpired while I toiled in that cave? I feel a fool for sequestering myself so long.
Yeah, kind of foolish. Gotta agree.
If this Tempest is already amassing pure Azoth, then we are so far behind.
Where do we start?
Yes, the fountain of pure Azoth at this ruin dried long ago, but its residual power remains in the waters and in the guardians who protect the site. We must harness that power to recharge an ancient warding apparatus nearby.
And how do we do that?
Years ago, I placed shield devices to absorb.
And again, I've been trained by another player. Who I'm believing is feigning death.
Oh, how
And
could
if he's
so
dead,
much have
fine.
transpired while
All
I
the better.
toiled it? If this... Yes, we must harness that power. I must go on to Andrometus, so...
Where am I going now? There. The Tower of Azoth. Why did it vanish from my compass? There it is. Back. Collect the shield devices and power the shield devices by defeating ancient guardians. Okay. In true Lens fashion, I have chosen the wrong way around. If it's 50-50 left or right, and I choose left, it will be right. So I ran completely around this building, almost, to get to the thing I needed. It's a gift I have. Alright, nothing came out. Kind of thought we might get attacked. I haven't even spotted a guardian yet. I hope they haven't turned down their respawn rates too much. Or I may be here a while. Lots of boars. Level 3 boars just wandering around. Evidently the guardians don't mind boars. That's a guardian. He's retreating, so I can't hit him yet. That one's retreating too. Anti-exploit. Not so great with mobs that have no legs. That's two. 2 ancient shield devices. Oh, I've got squishy boots again. I hate having squishy boots. You know? Captain Pickles, is that player's name? Oop. Gonna stab. Gonna just stand there. Awful nice of them to deliver themselves like that. Nope, box of goodies. I got 7 melons. Why the Guardians have fresh melons that they're protecting? Yeah, I have no idea. That's 7. Just need a couple more. Oh, got one over there. We need one more. Oh, look at that. That's all of them. Where's more game? Bumble Blossom. Soul motes and water motes. Okay. Supplies at stockpile just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. A Fire Staff of the Scholar. Somehow I doubt it's not as good as the one I'm currently using. Gained.
Oh, you handled that quickly and without complaint. Ha. It's been a long time since I partnered with someone so competent.
I think she
People
digs me,
disappoint.
guys.
It's an unfortunate fact of nature. Only time will prove if you're an exception. This apparatus once powered ancient wards for all these ruins. And recharging it will defend against the corrupted. There's some kind of fault in the Eldritch boundaries. However, it may be impossible to repair.
I can check out the fault.
A glutton for danger, are you? I hope you have some measure of
Major
restraint.
Kicks, good evening.
But at the moment,
does
I'll take
indeed
the
go.
bravado. The fault could be caused by a threat the wards identified and contained.
What kind of threat? I silently projected.
Well, if I knew that, I'd have said so. If that does prove to be the case, if some entity has been entrapped, it will need to be released. So, that courage could very well come
the
in handy.
reward will be
Good
my
luck.
first purple item, I think. Might have one purple. No, I have no equipped purples. I have 2 purples. They're used for fishing. So they're purple, and they're mine, but I only use them when I'm fishing. All right, tier 4 pants. I like to think my pants are good, but this is a chance for me to have some great pants. I'm currently wearing light, so these will come out as light. Lacy pants. I'm not sure I really want to be wearing lacy pants. Int, socket, and invigorated. What I currently have is empty socket and health and con. That's a lot of int. At least for now. I also dinged level 53. That's 50, 51, 52, and 53 today so far. And I'm now over 250 because that just added like a bunch. My base value is at 150. So I'm wearing gear that's worth about another 100. I'm going to start putting some points into Constitution, I think, rather than counting on my gear to supply all of that. We got another map point. Weaver's Fen. Gathering speed. Next up is venture into Andrometus to check the wards. Oh. And I ride to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Lots of the Ancient Guardians. Sorry, friend. I know this is rough on you. I'm riding, and you have no legs. So that's really not fair, but I don't. Oh, that's camp. No, if I'm gonna die, I'll die the old-fashioned way. Oh, he's dead. Ancient chest. I have one of those. It's right here. You can't miss it. Wait. There was nothing in there? What the bleep? Examine the ancient console. Wait, they have a console? Does it take up, down, left, right? Up, down, left, right, left, right? Another ancient urn. Defeat Fulgorus to recover a blight sample. Is that Fulgorus? No, that's Warden Alikos. That is, I'm going to guess, is Fulgorus. The angry boy. Oh, and we open this up to get access to it. We got him. Unstable tissue. That's just gross, okay? Well, there's this other bossy guy down here. We can't just let him do whatever he's doing. It's just not in my nature. He must pay for his badness. Like that. And the ancient chest. I'll take that too. Look at all this loot. Mad loot. Insane loot. Crazed loot. Fat loot. It's always fat loot. I think we can all agree on that. Back to Morgaine. Woof, woof. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, again, I feel bad. These guys have no legs, and I'm just riding right by them like they're nothing. It's insult to injury. It really kind of is. Hi, Morgaine.
Twice now. You solved problems without coming back to whine about some complication. Was there some entity that had
There
been trapped
was.
in the wards?
Yes, an angry earth creature.
That's strange. I can't imagine why an elemental being would trigger ancient wards. Here, is that a specimen you collected? Let's see.
She wants me to give a specimen.
The creature appears to have become blighted with some strange infection. I hope you took precautions, guys.
I always wear a rubber when I'm attacking a
Whatever
corrupted
blighted
creature.
this creature, we need
You know,
to find the source of it.
If you're going out in the rain,
After I
you want to wear
recharge the
your
wards,
rubbers.
I will need to study this sample carefully and check.
You know,
the
like
area for
galoshes.
more.
What did you think I meant? There are more. There's more I can investigate.
Yes. That adventurous spirit is definitely your weak spot, but once again, I'll take full advantage. I'll work on the wards while you
have
track this.
A really
Blight.
pretty
Back to
purple
its
eye. Is
source.
that tough to
be
accessorize
careful.
for? Well, we now have a tier 4 purple quality bow. 19 dex, arboreal. Convert 50% of the damage dealt to nature damage. If focus is higher, replace weapon scaling with focus, but at 55% scaling. Enfeebling poison shot. Poison shot applies weaken, reducing the target's damage by 20% for 6 seconds. I'm going to sneeze in just a moment. Enchanted light and heavy attacks deal 3.6% more damage. I have sneezed and no brains have come out, so that's a plus for me. That is a fire staff that does much less damage than the current one I have. Current one I have is doing 813 base. This is 645. And this one is 660. And this one is 724, which is better, but not anywhere near as good. And that is a Void Gauntlet doing 675. My current one is at 748, so again, no joy. That's an ice, right? Yeah, that's an ice gauntlet. And we added a rapier. Elegant Warrior's Boots of the Barbarian. Those are heavy footwear, and I have to say, amongst the most effeminate looking footwear in the game. Pink shoes with little ribbons. That's what I think of when I think of a guy in heavy armor. Where am I off to next? Over there. And what is over there? Follow the trail of blight back to its source. Oh, that's charming. This is a beautiful place, you know. Just delightful. Swamp, muck, mire, seeping stone, which sounds like a wound, but is actually oil. We got more over here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Seeping stone. Something is doing damage to me as well. I'm assuming it's the green area on the ground has cooties. Yeah, it's corrupted or something. You can see the bar above me. So there are... Oh, loot. What is that? While blighted, you deal reduced... Holy shit, I really am blighted. This is going to hurt, because I do a lot less damage. Oh, is it going to blow up? It is. Is everything going to blow up around here? Because that's just gross. Apparently I'm going to continue to be blighted for some length of time until it wears off. Oh, and is this a trial? Adiana?
Once again, we meet on sacred...
And really, is that...
Once again...
Alright, do I have anything that gets rid of blighting? Blight tincture, fully remove. I have one. So we'll take that and remove it.
Once
Adiana?
again, we meet on sacred grounds rendered sickly by an insatiable thirst for power. You should go. This time, there is no way to heal the land of the wounds inflicted by human ego.
Humans caused the blight?
The repugnant incursion of corruption caused this blight. But that's what happens when humans traffic in forbidden power. Of course, your curiosity...
What the fuck? I've been... Terrific. I've been trained again. Alright.
Once again, we meet on... You should go. The repugnant and... Of course, your curiosity demands you... There's no menacing demon if that's what you fear. Rather, I have seen...
Alright, I could die. Repeatedly here. No, I guess not. It's not a solo player instance like I thought.
Never question that.
Report back to Milgain, the source of the blight.
Together.
Observation, report final day, level 54. I was level 49 when I started this evening, so that's pretty good. This is just Cootieville, I think. You do not want to get blighted again if at all possible, because that sucks. I'm not a fan of the blight at all. Oof. So I'm going to have to look into making or perhaps buying some blight potions just so I always have a way of removing blight if it should recur, and it probably will. Hi, Morgaine.
I can tell from here that the ruin and the angry earth who resided there are riddled with the blight. Let me guess.
Oh yes, let's have a guessing game.
Azoth's fountain within had been claimed by the corrupted, by the Tempest.
How did you know?
Recharging the wards proved impossible. So I knew the corrupted must have already come and gone. I once theorized.
Yeah,
the
you and
angry
your
earth
theories,
could
that's
have
great.
A reaction to... I must return to my cave to
Oh, I
examine
got a
this
bunch of
specimen
potions
of
there,
the
I think.
blight.
7 of them. Son of a bitch. I am tired of people training shit onto me.
I must return to... And then... Yes, tell me. You have impressed me at every turn, you know.
I will accept this quest as it'll get me a
Could be a
tier
promising
3
partnership.
Azoth staff. Where am I off to now? New fast travel point activated. That's nice. I like that. Where are we off to? That's remnants to get a strange torch. I'm still looking for that one. That's the corruption spreads its hooks. Optional. Use spirit shrine to travel to Caer Dun. Well, I can just fast travel there. That's handy. I'm going to do that. I'm not at. Oh! Corruption spreads its hooks. Travel back to Caer Dun to bring Jonas news from Morgaine. Well, we can just. Why ride there? I guess the optional, that's the closest spirit shrine, but I can just go over here where there's a town, you know. That would probably be faster. So that's what I'm going to do. Technically, it would be faster for me to just return to the inn in Weaver's, Windward. But hey, I like a nice ride. And now the sun's out, now that I've done all the fighting around here. Really, as far as towns go, this isn't really one. This is a pile of sticks that very, very fortunately happened to cluster together in long lines so that people could, you know, hide behind them. Lucky for the humans, less lucky for the sticks. Alright, I'm in Tolan Hamlet. I should now be able to instantly teleport to Caer Dun. I need a blue glow in my hand to make this really work. The Caer Dun Shrine. I will bring the news from Morgaine. Sir Galahad.
I'm grateful to have you returned, Soul Warden. Hasty decisions have been made, and we need your insight. But I know you've just returned from the Fen. Has Morgaine agreed to join our cause?
Yes, she will come here in time.
I shall endeavor to put aside my grievances against the sorceress. Our circumstances demand it. I apologize for my abrupt departure. I hoped to strategize with Jonas, but he was already quite set on a plan of his own making.
Not surprised. Where is he?
He's been gone for some time now. I had asked him to wait, but he refused. He had become deeply suspicious about the enemy's activities to the north, convinced they plotted some terrible campaign. Scouts from Great Cleave reported the rise of some new fell commander within the ranks of the corrupted. They had also witnessed enemy troops engaged in the preparation of siege equipment. Jonas felt action was demanded.
No, I can understand that.
There is an old outpost in the foothills to the northeast, and Jonas resolved that he and a handful of wardens would push through enemy lines and capture it. I suggested that task be left to you, but he refused to wait.
Did they capture the outpost?
Yes, fortunately. A scout returned with news Jonas had secured the outpost, but was in desperate need of supplies. I dispatched carts of food and ammunition, but they were intercepted, trying to get around enemy lines.
Then we should recover them.
I agree, but our secret passage into Great Cleave is lost. We have no choice now but to charge the gates.
And Tier 3 Azoth staff. It's now better than it was because it's Tier 3. I don't know what the difference is, frankly. If there's a difference. Alright, next up. Assault the gates and reclaim the supplies at the outpost. Alright, well, that's what we're going to do then. Right now. Well, not like right this instant, right now. I have to ride there. But once I ride there, right then. Hey, it's important. This earth spine might cause an accident on the road. Going to storm the gates. Or possibly not. Yes, yep, storming the gates. That's what we're doing. Okay. Defeat the corrupted. Oop, hi. That's 1 out of 10, and these are the best of them. Because I also get some hides. Damn it, I hate it when I do that. I hate it when I do that. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Oh, it made a little squealy doggy sound. I mean, it is a doggy, so that actually makes sense. Looks like I need to get stuff that's inside the gates. I might as well do my hunting inside the gates. Actually, they don't really have gates. They have wide open doorway passages thingies. Cover some stolen weapons. Supply stockpile. That's just loot. That's not a questy bit. Just a little bit of fat loot. Can't say no. I missed. $70 in my tracking and skinning. I need the armor crate and one more dead thingy. Dead thingy has supplied itself. And now we need the armor crate. Ding 55. That's 5 full levels today. I have a camping upgrade and I can get my 3rd house. Mind you, I'm only currently at 2 houses, or 1 house, sorry, not even 2. I have a house, a lovely house in, Everfall. I can never remember the name of the city. Ox something. Oxborough, Oxington. I can't remember. Pardon me, sir. And there we go. Repair the supply wagon. Where's the wagon? There's the wagon. I wonder if we can paint our wagon. That's an old guy Broadway/movie reference. Paint Your Wagon was a Broadway hit. It was made into a movie musical featuring the singing of Clint Eastwood. Seriously.
I managed to recover but a few crates of supplies. I'm glad to see you met with greater success.
I'm enjoying it. Certainly, I can
Repaired
say
the cart as well.
with certainty
It's just the matter
that
of
the
the
new player
unfortunate
experience
scout
is
who
vastly
failed to
improved.
ambush.
So I expect the retention rates on the console is going to be pretty good, because much better than it would have been with the old system. The onboarding now is much better done, much more professional, much more entertaining. The majority of the rest of the game is the game I've enjoyed in the past, so not a huge change. It seems to have also gotten some streamlining and some improvements, including the cinematics, such as this.
Neither did I.
Although, for whatever reason,
I suspect the corrupted
Galahad
marched
has the
captives
face
on to one of their work camps to the north.
of a plastic doll.
We can only hope
Plastic
their
doll
hardships
face and
protected
hair.
them, and they have not fallen. We must attempt rescue.
Good voice work. But
I humbly acquiesce to your orders, Soul
that
Warden.
face not great.
To be honest, it's a relief not to bear the burden of command.
I like it, but then I've liked the
Nonetheless,
previous
if I reach
incarnations of the game
outpost
as
and you do
well.
not follow soon,
I think
will
this
circle
is mostly
back.
good improvements.
That you
From a
cannot
PC
prevent.
player point of view, it's not a huge change from the previous versions. Generally, I think the reviews from the console players has been good. A lot of the PC players, the sound effects and music are great. Yeah, those have always been good. The majority of the PC players, I think, still have a lot of grudges about the way the developers have handled things. That's not necessarily true for everyone, but I can certainly understand those for whom it is true. Rescue...
Please, tell me you have a better plan than Yash. I don't doubt his enthusiasm, but his plan to rescue us got him caught
Head to
too.
the outpost.
I guess that's straightforward enough. I tried to run twice before, and they weren't too gentle in bringing me back. Well, he's hoping third time brings me luck.
Alright, we have rescued a dude. Well, they all murdered that guy before I could get a whack in. Fortunately, he's back. And again. Sometimes the respawn rates are over the top, and sometimes they just don't seem to be fast enough. But mostly it's going to be on these kind of undeadites and the like. A lot of the creature ones are not going to be quite as responsive. Responsive! Get it? Like they're respawning. It's never mind. I have to rescue Yash Zafar, that's quite a name, and Judith Owens. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now there is a face that... Don't worry. The way is, but I cannot discern.
Because I don't want to wait for respawns. I feel it is necessary to fast forward through conversations in this kind of location. Because the respawns are happening so quickly. Judith Owens is way the hell gone up there. See if we can avoid aggroing any unnecessary goobers. Hold on a sec, I need to go through these supplies first. Judithy?
We were told that the supply passage was secure, but the corrupted waited there in ambush.
There you go. Talk to Jonas. Where's Jonas? Jonas. No, I think the game is got a lot going for it. I don't think it'll be to everyone's taste, which is one of the things I'm trying to get through to people when they ask how the game is. I'm in the target audience. I enjoyed the game. I have enjoyed the game. But I also understand the people who don't enjoy it and don't understand how people can enjoy it. It has better sort of guided gameplay now than it used to. It used to be, it was pretty much formless. You know, there were quests and stuff, but there didn't feel like there was a single sort of operating storyline the whole way through. And now it does. Let's see what's new. That is a 764 base. Still not as good as what I'm using. Getting better, but just not there yet. That is light chestware int. What else? Int and health. Significant armor increase. Well, not significant. The health probably makes it worth wearing. I'm going to go with it. There we go. Oh, that fashion statement is horrifying, those pants. Oh my god. Seriously, I look like Elton John's wardrobe puked on me. I crashed out. So, give me a minute as I will respawn. Respawn. Yeah, that's what I'll do. The game needs to respawn. That's the first crash I've experienced, so I should be clear about that. That is not an issue I have had at all. And it was specifically when I was going to change my the appearance on my clothes. The game doesn't want me to cover those pants. They talk about, the lost and the corrupted. The real enemy in New World is those pants. Okay. I think my highest level character in the game is 55. My main character from the past, so to speak, was a 55. And now I'm in the queue. Yeah, great. I sure hope when I get in the queue I don't get the "you can't actually connect" message, which is an error, a bug. And the only way I know to get rid of it is to go back, log back out, and then back in again. Did that the other day, 212Q, exited to get rid of the error message, and then back into the 212 person queue. So they don't have disconnection protection. If you disconnect, you go into the queue. That's an example of where it's clear that the team working on the game, entering the servers, are a pain in this game. One of the issues the game does have is that it seems to me that the development team as a whole are not very experienced in MMOs. They've made a perfectly competent one, but they've made so many errors that anyone who's been playing in the genre for years would know. Things like sanitizing chat inputs. They had a problem where you were able to drop pictures into text chat. And eventually people figured out how to drop things into text chat that if you moused over them would crash the application because they didn't sanitize their chat inputs. How in the hell a modern contemporary game, multiplayer game, cannot do that, I have no idea. That's the kind of thing that they just... Something like this. You don't have disconnect protection to bypass the queues. That's something every modern MMO has. You know, you get a disconnect in any other MMO, any of the big players, and you reconnect in a short period of time, you skip the queue. But not here. Crash for you on the loading screen while entering the server. I have not had that problem. Oh, you'll note they're even talking about item skins on my splash screen here as their hint. That was what crashed me. So I'm not going to try it. Console-wise, you get no warning, just a bleep sound and you're booted out of the game entirely. Yeah, and that's where something like queue protection for disconnects is such a simple thing, I think, to implement, and is a very large quality of life thing for the players. Took them a lot of time to improve the game over time. Yeah, well, they've been making incremental improvements, but still, they just don't seem to be what I would call an MMO development team, even though they're making MMOs. There are so many of the lessons that have been learned over the last 20 years of MMO design that it seems that these guys were just completely unaware of. Things like sanitizing the chat. And I don't mean, not profanities. I mean things like HTML into the chat being clickable. Just blind, terrible design choices. Now keep in mind, I really like this game, but I'm not blind to the issues that they have had over time, because there have been plenty. Up on the parapet. There's also been an enormous amount of really good design. I've always thought the combat system was solid, although it had a bug at launch where if you reduced the screen to being, window instead of being, full screen mode, and you would leap into the air in a dodge and be in iframes, and you would click on the click and drag bar for the window, the world would continue updating, but your character would be invulnerable. Stuck, unmoving in the middle of the iframes while the game went on around you. So for PvP, you could poison or bleed somebody, do a dodge, time it just right, and you'd be sitting there invulnerable while they bled or were poisoned out. Once again, they weren't... That functionality was not being calculated and controlled on the server. It was on the client. And that's the thing anyone has learned in MMO design is almost nothing do you want to be client authoritative. It has to be server authoritative or somebody's going to find a way to break it.
When I saw Galahad coming up the road with those supplies, I couldn't believe it. And now, the rescue of our captured wardens as well.
Well, I'm pretty good, you know.
The outpost needed supplies and reinforcements, and now
Reinforcements,
we have
3 dudes? An outpost behind enemy lines.
Yes, I deemed that was necessary, based on the reports from
Unless
our
this happens
scouts.
later and you're just under leveled.
Ominous
Do not
activities are
understand why we have
underway.
4
This
stamina
new
bars, but
commander
one dodge
among
takes
the
2
corrupted
bars worth.
Maneuvers with a confidence that only comes from an unbeatable strategy.
There are things that replenish. I don't understand why on a visual it's the way it is. I agree. That visually it doesn't really make sense that a dodge takes up 2 of the 4 bars. Maybe it's just broken up that it's easier to see progress. Oh, I'm about 25% or 75%. But realistically, I agree. I've never understood that either.
Many of the Corrupted's most elite units have been pulled back from the front lines and redeployed to protect other activities. This commander seems to be in pursuit of some secret within the ancient ruins.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
My thoughts exactly. And that is why I deem the capture of this outpost to be of critical importance. Securing this location has been priority, however. We haven't been able to investigate the commander's new efforts.
I'll do it. You hold the outpost. You losers are enough to think to hold out the outpost. I'll go take care of the hard work, losers.
A solid plan.
Losers.
Galahad and I will look at ways to secure a broader swath of the territory. Search the ruins to the south. Our scouts saw the commander's forces there.
What do we got? We just got a great sword and an earring. I made myself an earring yesterday, but this one appears to be better. Yeah. Lose a little int, gain some more con. I'm at a point now where I think more con is probably good. We're still over 250. If possible, I'd like to stay there. But the con value has gone up by like 30 points in the last couple of bits, so... Good. Where are we off to now? Well, we got more quests here. A Spot of Luxury and White as Bone. I remember those quests a little bit. Let's see. What can I remove from being tracked right now? What can I unpin? Let's see. Depths of close round. Yes, we can unpin that. Weaver's Fen, stone samples, that can be unpinned. Revenants, unpinned. Unpin that. There we go. Yay! Everything's unpinned now except the main storyline. And the 2 quests I'm about to grab. The balance is threatened. Gypsum Kiln, Tier 5. You must be level 60 to use. I'm not level 60 yet. I've gained more than 5 levels today, though. Not bad in an hour, 45 minutes, and 42 seconds.
But best is to have others die for it rather than ourselves. I could tell you were one with a fine eye for fashion.
Yes, my pants scream that I have a fine eye for fashion.
Do be a deep.
Those pants. Yes, that's fashion. Let's look at that again. Those pants just scream. I am a fashion maven. I'm a level 65 fashionista. They're horrible. Ah, yes, this is the creepy woman who wants
To run through the snow in wonder.
a doll
I
to
have
take the
not
place
seen
of a
children.
child.
Or some-
It's
a doll. Yeah. Could you bring me?
It's weird. It's really weird. All right, what do we have? We have a fast travel point that I would be well served to get. That is search for ancient ivory. And a fast travel point there. All right, we'll go here and then grab the fast travel point. You know, unless we die, which, yeah, that's possible. I'm gonna have squishy freaking boots again. I hate squishy boots. Gnostic Crux. Ooh, got an animal eye out of that. Kind of, a little bit on the gross side, sure. Oh. Ancient ivory. Oh, I need 3 of them. That's 2. That's 3. What else we got here? Reach the top of the central jumping puzzle. The jumping puzzles aren't too terrible in this. I gotta say that the game engine is not great for JPs. But if you take your time, it's not terrible. I'm going to revive the player. If I can. I'm reviving him. He's revived. I have saved a player's life today. Well, I'll get whatever's supposed to be, whatever's in this box. Nice.
The ancients knew very well.
I think that's everything I need from here, so... Oh, I fell on my keys! Ow, 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 ow.
Disaster upon themselves. This is the hour long.
Wait. Did I miss something here?
This is
collect the ancient portal instructions from the upper foundation.
Promised us, and assume command of the greatest
further up the hill
force the world has ever known.
Yeah, that's what it is then. I think around this way. Oh, we've got a whackable. And I'm about to be attacked, I think. Yep. Actually appears I need to be inside. To get up there, got it. More jumping puzzle, sort of. The JPs are not particularly challenging, but it can be frustrating if you make a bad jump, or you're expecting that you're going to be able to hold on to something and you can't. Like that. I'm recovering ancient knowledge. Return to
Our ranks
Warden's Rise.
and now we call upon allies from beyond. Our
There is a waypoint over here. I'm gonna grab that. It's unlocked, presumably. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Oop. So I still want to get back to the game I played a couple of days ago, the new scenario of Once Human. But I am enjoying New World right now, and I don't want to bail on my friends who are also playing this. So I'm leaning towards playing this, but sometime before Halloween, so sometime from maybe the 25th on, somewhere in there, I will be playing, because it is the season for spooky games, I'll be playing a spooky game. Moons of Madness. And perhaps the most terrifying part, it's from Funcom. Be afraid.
These bones, so old, and yet they have not faded away. Something makes these ancient bones special. Something I hope would...
She's crazy.
Oh, how I long for a child.
Okay. I thought there was a chain previous, not just a single quest. Her box is a supply of air wisps. 15 air wisps. Let's see, the new fire staff is 745. I'm currently using an 828. I'm sorry. It's just not better than what I'm currently using. So, salvage. Valuable arcane scraps, because I perfectly salvaged. I have a magic touch, you know. Sadly, that's not actually a useful defense in a court case. I have the magic touch, and it doesn't really get you anywhere. I'm making that up, as far as you know.
Your arrival is well timed. Our scouts have just returned with excellent news. The forces of the corrupted are vulnerable as they've spread out. Did you manage to discover what strategy this commander
They're
pursues?
summoning inhuman allies.
Beyond those already augmenting their ranks. I shudder to think of whatever demons might be at their disposal
He
from
always sounds like
beyond.
he's about to cry, and he always looks like he's about to cry.
It seems Jonas may have been right about the urgency of the situation after all. Our discovery may in fact be tied to what you learned in the ruins. We stumbled upon a massive mining operation in the canyon to the west. We assumed they sought more pure Azoth, but this operation is too
They're
large.
constructing something. My bet, it's a battering ram named Grond. Lord of the Rings
Yes,
reference.
the sooner we can dismantle their efforts, the better. There is only one fortification
It's
protecting their
Samrock,
work in the
you
canyon.
know?
It is formidable and cannot
In a
be
bad
avoided.
wig, could be. There's only one fortification protecting their work in the canyon. Formidable cannot be avoided. Direct assault, then?
As mad as it sounds, that seems
Yes,
to be the
I know.
best gamble.
Neither can I.
Jonas
Ladies and
has gone
gentlemen,
ahead to assess the fort's vulnerability.
Sam Rockwell
I
as
can stay
Galahad.
to keep the outpost secure. You should join.
Yeah, thanks. On behalf of all of humanity, thank you for that. Not really. Oh, wait. That's a rare ring. My current ring. Constitution. 5% critical chance and luck. Yeah. Why can we only wear one ring? I object. I would like to wear that ring. I don't need to wear that. That's heavy headwear. I don't use heavy armor. Thank you. I'm going to put this one on, and we're going to open this up and see what we get. That's a look. Not a good look, but it is a look. This is what we were wearing. And this is what we just got. Not as much armor because it's not medium. 16 con. And a slightly more health. I think it's probably a little bit better. Marginally. Wow. You know, I wasn't sure that my outfit could get any worse. And yet here we are. I look like every leveling character in WoW. Or every leveling character in most MMOs, I suppose. We have another quest here. Where's the questy marker? I saw a questy marker. Where is it? Come on. I know you're here. You can't hide from me. Oh, she does have another quest for me. Crazy doll-wanting woman.
There is much yet that needs to be collected if I am to have a child. Something that glistens like fresh blood, yet does not fade away. Something that keeps its color brilliant
Could
and
red
bright.
dye work?
I tried dyes before. Sadly, they all failed. This time I shall try rubies. Blood red in color. They don't fade with time, always staying bright. There's a mine not far from here where rubies can be collected.
So the mine, we now have two quests. We need rubies and to find news of the corrupted commander. I don't think this is actually the mine. It's not. There's something in there, but I'm working quests right now. I'm doing quests right now. I'm a questing machine. Not that way, though. That looks like gold. Or iron. Is that one iron? Nope, gold veins. 3 gold veins. This will take a minute. Gold does not quickly get mined. Even with my awesome blue quality mining pick. Couple of amethysts out of that. Very nice. And it is slow going, skilling up mining. That one had 2 jasper. And all that one had was gold ore. That guy's being chased by 2 cats. I'm guessing he aggroed them. And there's one of them. Or is it a wolf? That's a wolf. Looks like they're both wolves. And everyone here is already mining all the gold. I'm not going to try and ninja their gold. I'm a jerk, but I do have limits. Hard as that is to believe. That looks like a box. Is that a box of supplies? It is a box of something of supplies. Down below us. That's the rubies from chests. Let's see. Hi. You're just gonna stand there while I slowly whittle you down? I'm okay with that, mind you. Just doesn't seem like a very productive... Oh, you're retreating. Man, I hate anti-exploit technologies in games. It always screws the player, never the mobs. It's cheating, okay? I said it, it's just plain cheating. I need 2 more chests. We got one over there. That one's easy enough to get to. Do I have to go into the mine for the last one? No, there's one over there. That guy gets respawned. Be all the rubies we need. We have another waypoint. We'll grab that. Oh, something up above. Mining node. I hear clank. Someone clanking. Vanished. They do not exist. Curses. Foiled again. And they might be down at ground level. Regardless, first thing we got to do is get the waypoint. Always, always, always get your waypoints, boys and girls. Here, Jonas.
Whatever this new commander of the corrupted is plotting, we may have the chance to put an end to it here and now. The commander is here in the Sun.
Goes by the name of Thorpe. Oh, Thorpe. I came here on his ship.
A story begins to unfold. While you have worked to become a soul warden and
he was cruel before the corruption.
There are moments of coincidence and moments that are.
Thank you.
I have urged you against charging.
There are things that are potatoes, and there are things that are not. Let's talk to Vol. Okay, that's fine. Over here, we've got sentries and barricades need destroying. Barricades. Choppity chop chop. Here we go. And in there, we've got to defeat 3 sentries. And then I think we have to fight Thorpe. And Thorpe may be a challenge fight. Basically one-on-one and repeatable. That's not one of the guards that I can kill for anybody.
Here I come full circle, from laboring in the mines on behalf of our mistress, to now being mistress is displeased with the fact that we found so little of the pure Azoth she seeks.
That's one of the sentries I needed.
Shared of our accomplishments towards my plan. See that I have once again proved to her that I am the one who can deliver this victory. Wisely committed even more of our forces. Isabella has now become extremely interested in our enterprise here at Great Cleave.
Read about Thorpe's past.
Neither duty nor divine purpose called me from the old world. I sailed into oblivion as master of my own destiny, fearless in my command. And I found here that which I sought. The truth of power, to which I proudly swore my eternal allegiance.
Infernal allegiance.
I began anew, authority and identity stripped away, embracing inhuman toil and suffering as the path to my return. Time came when I could again prove my prowess in battle. No man nor demon could withstand my newfound might. My domination established, a new destiny earned. The voice of truth pronounced me as champion of our righteous cause. And I led our armies to victory again and again. The remnants of ragged humanity crushed along the way. To bring me here, to the precipice of my ultimate achievement. The forces of this world and those beyond, now under my command.
I, as of 2 days ago, am 64. Already got that one, right? Yep. I need 2 more sentries. Thank you. At my age, sort of the best you can say about it is, well, I'm still alive. So that's the good news. Get to still enjoy video games at that age? Yeah, well, I've been playing computer games for more than 40 years, so. If it's something you enjoy, well, they're not going anywhere. They're getting better over the years. Alright, I need a couple more of the jerks here. Ow! Okay, who's shooting at me? Ow! It's an archer. Jerks. Getting better and worse. Yeah, I would agree with that. The good stuff is getting better, and the bad stuff is, well... There's a lot more of the bad stuff, but I would say that that is more a function that there's just so many more games than there used to be. And I need 1 more sentry. Oh, that's the sentry. That'll do. Alright, return to Jonas. That's Thorpe.
Until you betrayed me on the beach. Now I have one final order. Walk away. Disobey me, and you will be destroyed.
Is this thing coming in after me? Where'd Thorpe go? Oh, I guess I don't have to talk to him. He's over there.
You charged into the fort and against a small army, and now you return
I'm
unscathed.
slightly scathed.
That alone is quite a feat. But what of your former captain? This
Yes, but he
Commander
got away.
Thorpe? Was he there? I wonder if he has departed to oversee some other aspect of the operation. With all this awe they've mined, they must be taking it somewhere. Do we know to what end?
To summon
all
an
this
army
work
of
is being
corrupted.
done? I see. As I recall, there were some true demons among the corrupted in the last war, but these were few and far between.
You summon an army, our cause would be
If
lost.
If Commander Thorpe is constructing some portal into hell, we must shut down this mine first. We should summon more wardens from the outpost.
There's no time. I'll do it.
You're as bullheaded
I
now
am
as the
bullheaded.
day I met you. But my strength is renewed. One of us should attempt to track where the ore carts are
I'll
going.
assault the mine.
Very well. We've scouted the east
I'll accept
road,
that quest.
So the ore...
Ding 56. That's 6 full levels today. All right, we're still barely at 250. That's 100 meters away. That's 400 meters away. To cash that in. One is travel to Curious Pitch to disrupt. I am going to cash in this other quest, I think, and call it an evening. And get to that tomorrow. So bear with me, I'm going to ride around the doggy. Yep, still don't have harvesting enough to pick that stuff up. Damn it. Damn it! And now I'm being chased by a doggy. How did I manage to get turned around so thoroughly? Well, it's a gift I have. I may have mentioned in the past that if I can get lost, rest assured I will. It's just, it's a gift I have. Oh god, I got completely turned around. And now he's shooting at me. Great big jerk. That's a dead end. So that's my intent, is to cash in the quest for the crazy lady. And then return to this tomorrow. If I can find my way out of here. The journey is, the verdict is out. The jury is out on that. Missed me. Probably shouldn't taunt the undead. I don't know if I'm getting out of here this way or not. Maybe. Might be able to climb out of it. We'll see. I'm giving it a shot. I think I'm going to succeed. Famous last words. And we've got ore. Gold, I think. And we are making progress, yes. That guy's also... Oh, he got the much bigger nose. we got a box. But he can get that too. He got the bigger note of gold. Oh, we got another note of something over here. Over here. Where is it? Where is it? Up above? Must be. More supplies. Should be right over here. Whoops. Where'd it go? Where did it go? We're both looking for it, and neither one of us is finding it. No, no idea. Might be below us. That's the most likely thing. The mine is below us. Try that again. So once I turn this in, I'm going to return to my home, in-game, and call it an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I'm very appreciative. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia,
How deep their color.
And New Zealand.
Like blood that has been caught and frozen
crazy.
in time. See how they catch the light. These are perfect to capture.
Supply of fire wisps. I'll try not to work too hard. It's, you know, it's exhausting streaming. Actually, I was surprised at how tiring streaming was when I started doing it. That may sound ridiculous, and yet here we are. I'm going to pop back to my home. Down in Windsward. Oh, nope. That's where I have my inn set. My home is in Everfell. Ugh. Last time I checked, I had the 11th highest rated version of my house location. You're only compared to other houses that are exactly the same. It's instanced. After like the first week of play, I was 6th highest. Now I was 11th highest the other day. Still in the top 20. You can see here. Nice little place. The upstairs. It's nice. But I'm going to call it here. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, as always. Very much appreciated. Back tomorrow at the usual times. Hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great rest of your Monday night. And as always, because I like to give an achievable goal to the people who hang out here, I hope the rest of your work week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow. Catch you later. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys.